Hey, and welcome back to the history of random things. Today we're going to look into the history of the pride flag. Today we have an expert, Samuel Black, who has a lot to tell us about the creation of the pride flag.
Thank you for having me. And yes, the pride flag does have quite the rich and interesting history that, at first glance, might not be seen. That takes us all the way back to 1970s California, San Francisco. 1978, to be exact. Tell me, do you know who Harvey Milk is? That's a trick question. He's not actually the inventor of milk. Now, tell me, do you know who he is?
I do not. You might have to refresh me.
Milk was the first openly gay senator to be elected to the California state legislature in the 1970s. He was also the person who told Gilbert Baker, the man who actually made the pride flag, to make the pride flag.
Fascinating, in any case.
Yes, truly. But this isn't where it ends.
Oh yes? What happens next?
Well, I think we're going to have to talk a little bit about the symbolism of the colors on the pride flag as we continue. So, have you ever wondered why it's a rainbow?
Well, I do now.
The history of the colors is just as fascinating as the rest of it. I've wondered this, that's why I went to college for gay history, and many others have wondered the same thing. Going back to World War II, gay prisoners were marked with pink triangles during the Holocaust. It was a horrible thing that occurred, but looking forward to the future, the LGBT community used that as a source of pride, in a sense, and kind of reclaimed that pink triangle as a symbol for themselves. And that was a symbol that went onto the original pride flag.
Wow, that's quite a piece of history.
Wait, there's more. Gilbert Baker, who himself was an army vet, Vietnam, not World War II, was also a drag queen and an openly gay man.
Wow, many different things.
He was actually called the Gay Betsy Ross. Fun fact, I know. He designed the flag and the colors put on there. It was actually inspired by Somewhere Over the Rainbow by Judy Garland. You know, Wizard of Oz and all that.
I certainly do. Can you tell me more about the colors?
Heck yeah, I can. Pink represented sex and gender. Red, life. Orange, healing. Yellow, you know, sunlight as in the sun. Green, nature. Turquoise was art and also magic. That's right, magic. Indigo was harmony and serenity. And then the eighth color, violet, that represented spirit.
So it wasn't just about it being a rainbow, but every color symbolized something to the LGBT community?
Precisely. And we saw the first pride flag flown on June 1978 in California.
Wow, that was a wonderful clip.
Yeah, I agree. Gilbert and 30 of his friends actually stretched and dried those flags themselves. But Gilbert wasn't done there. He wanted mass production.
Well, I'm sure he'd be happy to know that they are today.
Yes, but the design had to change.
What do you mean?
Pink and turquoise were not able to be produced due to a lack of dye or fabric. That left some changes to be made. Indigo became blue. There's the most famous flag today, which is the rainbow flag. But it didn't really pick up traction until 1994. Gilbert later added a lavender strip for diversity, but he wasn't the only one making changes.
What else changed, and who changed it?
Philadelphia added black and brown to represent people of color, mainly because gay bars in Philadelphia were extremely discriminatory against those people of color. Then Seattle added blue and pink to represent the trans community. A man named David, no last name I guess, took all of this and made a new flag to represent everyone in the LGBTQ plus community and the struggle they go through, from things like the AIDS pandemic to daily discrimination.
Thank you for joining us, Samuel, and thank you to our audience for staying tuned and listening. We hope to see you next time for the History of Random Things. Goodbye.